All right, guys, we are live. We are live. I'm just going to try to monitor and see that my sound is working. Mic check, video check, everything check. All right, so my video is working. My audio is audio in. So I'm just going to get the program started. So a quick one. I wanted to get It's a new song. I would have loved as my background song tonight, but man, it's been a very busy day. A very busy day. It's been a very busy day. Okay. Mr. Adisa, I see you. I see you. I see you. Yeah, so the sound is working, everything is working. If you are just joining, let me see you in the comment section. Let me know you're just joining. And before we start, can we do my VA? I see you. Timidayo. Can we say happy birthday to a Bay release? A Bay release. Today is a Bay release's birthday. Can we say happy birthday? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Berry. If you have joined already, ensure you say some happy birthday to Berry in the comment section, alright? Happy birthday, Berry. And today is the 15th of February. It's not too late to wish everybody happy Valentine's Day, alright? I hope you guys enjoyed your Valentine's Day. Those of you that have boo, that have bae, whether you are married or you are not married, you shall have boo and you have bae. I celebrate you. I celebrate you. Those of us that are boo and baeless, we celebrate the Lord in our lives. We celebrate what the Lord is doing in our life and where He's taking us to. All right, guys. Can we say some happy birthday to Ebe Release? Fullness, I see you. My person. We're supposed to have some of you were supposed to have our VIP one-on-one profile review and strategy session, but because it just kept my mind that we had a training session for tonight, so I didn't block my calendar to leave out this period. So you booked the same time with the training. We're going to have another schedule for our strategy session. All right, so we'll see in the new week. All right, so tonight, tomorrow, we have our last two trainings. Today we're looking at a few marketing strategies that some of you, again, I say it every time when we come for trainings like this, sometimes all of the things I say may not apply to your brand. That's the truth of the matter. So in getting on calls with the VIPs, I also figured out there was one person amongst us who necessarily does not have a service or a product they are selling now. They're just trying to build their brand and necessarily not say anything. And not even one person here, I've seen 2 or 3 persons. So, and like I said in the first quote, marketing is not necessarily also that you're just selling service and products, all right? You can be marketing an ideology, you can be marketing your values, you can be marketing a way of thinking, you can be marketing, you can just be marketing anything, all right? But if you have product and service, of course, you can be marketing your product and service. So in the next cohort, in the third cohort, I'm going to create another content calendar specifically for the people who do not have product and services they are marketing yet. So they are marketing their personal brand, or they are marketing their ideas, or they just want to create content and just build a presence on LinkedIn. I'm going to create a content calendar that suits you, all right? Compared to, so that side by side, the people that are selling services and products, you can also feel among, all right? So, this is the second cohort. I am learning. I am also improving. I'm trying to make each cohort better than the last, better than the last. If you're in cohort 2, you will know we made some changes from cohort 1. We're just going to keep changing and evolving like that until we have a program that is, well, may not be perfect, but at least that has a measure of a standard of excellence, and also that can constantly get people results. All right. Welcome to the third training session. Tonight, we're going to be doing a few things. So I just don't want to do any preamble. I'm just going straight to what we are doing tonight. We're going to be quickly looking at a few things around content creation based on the data that I've collected from seeing all of you create your content, in the second cohort. I've seen some of the things that needs to be improved on in your posts, and I'm just going to speak to them tonight. And then after then, for the few people who use AI to create their content, I'm just going to try to see how I can help you improve your content. All right, help you sound more like a human in your content creation. And then for those of you who do not also use AI, maybe once in a while, you're so busy, super busy, or you are late on your schedule and you just need to quickly whip up content, this may also be useful for you. And then quickly with the two sides and two approaches to marketing on the inbound marketing, the outbound marketing. And in the week we are going into, we're going to do a lot of outreach. All right. We're going to do a lot of outreach. I have created a template for you that you're going to use for the outreach. So do not fret, do not be scared. So we're going to do a lot of outreach. You're going to pitch your services, cold pitching, warm pitching, all the pitching that is available in this second and the third week. You are going to do that. All right. And I'm giving you all the motivation. Some of you are afraid to, reach out to people. I'm going to give you all the motivation. I know not everybody will listen too, but the few of you that will listen, you will definitely learn a few things from doing it. You will get a lot of feedback from doing it. And some of you might be lucky enough, all right, to get clients. And of course, you will likely get clients because I'm not just going to be teaching you the random, just get random email DMs on LinkedIn from somebody you don't even know from Adam, and they are just pitching you. I mean, I want to sell this or come and buy this and all that. The template I've created, it's not pushy, it's not aggressive, it's very simple, very easy, and it's very friendly. All right, you're going to most likely get more yes than no. But again, do not be scared to get no. All right, marketing is like that. I mean, the typical salespeople will tell you for them to get maybe 10 people, they knock 100 doors. All right, and you can't afford to not have that mentality to as a business person. All right, oh, say I'm shy, oh, I am scared, you will be broke. If you're shy, you're scared, you're timid to market yourself, you are going to be broke. All right, you will be broke. In the first quote I told you, why should you sell every day? Because you spend money every day. All right, raise your hand if you have not spent money today. I mean, this evening alone, I must have spent close to 50,000 naira. This evening, someone sent me 30,000, and just as I was sitting there, that 30,000 naira is currently remaining, I think maybe 800 or all right. So you spend money every day. So why will you not sell every day? Are we together? And of course, people collect your money with confidence, with boldness. So why are you scared to collect other people's money? For this quote, for example, I collected your money with boldness. No, I was not shy. I was not timid. I collected with confidence. So you should collect other people's money too. So I'm going to be giving you pitching templates. Yeah, the very cool, friendly, irresistible pitching templates. All right, and I'm going to show you how to use it. So let's quickly get into the conversation. Let's start from content. I'm not using slides tonight. I am just going to speak. See, I'm going old school. So I have my points in my book. I'm just going to go old school. All right. So creating content. Let me just speak a few things to some of you. It's going to help you. All right. Anytime you want to create content, every content you create must have a goal. Must have a goal. I said that in the group that some people, it looks like you just feel like, oh, maybe your posting time is 8 o'clock and you have been so busy yesterday, and then you woke up this morning, quickly dressed for work, and then maybe it's 10 minutes to it. Just like, it's almost 8. Oh, what can I post? What can I post? You just, miss everything together and just push something out. All right. If you want to get results with your content marketing, you cannot be haphazard. All right. You cannot be haphazard. You must be intentional with your content creation, with your strategy, with everything. And that's why you have a content calendar. And like I always say, the content you're going to post tomorrow, I always advise create it today. All right, create like 30 minutes or 15 minutes that you can go through the content that you want to post tomorrow, and be very calm and intentional about it. Don't do all those 5 minutes to posting time, content creation. You will not be intentional. You will just do it because, oh, I must show up, and that will not get you results. All right. Almost every time, content that I'm going to use, tomorrow, I create it tonight. Sometimes I create for the next 3-4 days at a stretch, and just go and schedule them. All right. So be that intentional about your content. All right. So guys, I'm saying that for every post you want to make, you must ask yourself, what do I want to achieve with this post? It's not just posting for posting sake. There must be a goal. All right. It's either you are informing people, or you are educating people, or you just want to inspire. I mean, write a personal story that inspires somebody and then gets people to know your story the more and connect with you on an emotional level, right? Or maybe you want to entertain, all right? Once in a blue moon, you can do that. Or maybe you want to promote your product, your service. You must be intentional. Oh, the goal for this post is to promote. What's going to be my hook? What will I say in the body, step by step, that will grab the attention of these people and lead them to my call to action? In the first quote, I told you, when we're looking at copywriting, and some of you have not watched the video. If you are in this cohort and you are new, then you want to go and watch those videos, those training videos. I told you step by step, when we're looking at creating offers, all right, I told you the 8 things that must be in your offers if it's going to be irresistible. And I showed you some of my content examples when I promote offers on LinkedIn, and the results I got, I get. And I showed you those different elements of irresistible offer. I showed you in my post. If you want to make promotional post on LinkedIn too, be that intentional. Go through that video. I expect that you took notes. Go through your note and be like, okay, so this element, this element, this element, this element, I must put it in this post. And then you strategically arrange your promotion. And that's why you cannot rush it. You cannot be haphazard about it. You cannot just wake up in the morning and just, make your concoction of a post. How did I remember concoction tonight? Just make a concoction of a post and just throw it out. And I say, oh, I did not get any leads. Please be more intentional. Every post, there must be a goal. Is it that you just want to get engagement? For example, when you are creating, oh, I just got a job, I just got this, or I just got a certificate, you know that that one is for engagement. LinkedIn people like those kind of posts. Even if you are saying, oh, I just reached 100 followers, you will get irregular engagement. All right. If you have always gotten 20 comments, 15 likes before, if you just say, oh, I just got 100 followers, as you may feel like 100 for what is special. If you just post, I just reached 100 followers on LinkedIn, you'll be surprised that the kind of engagements you will get. People will show you support. So you know that that kind of post is for engagement. All right. It's just for engagement. Of course, you can say a few other things in the post that may still position you to get clients. But primarily, there are times you create posts and it's just for engagement. Just want people to talk. Just want to get more impressions, more visibility. And that's not bad. But of course, you can't be doing that every day. And that's why I have issues with some of you. You do nothing related to LinkedIn, but you're creating LinkedIn posts. What's your problem? All right. So tonight, I'm going to be very blunt. So pardon me. All right. So as I'm asking, what's your problem? What's wrong with you? All right. So every content must have a goal. You must ask yourself, in today's post, is it that I'm educating people, informing people? Am I inspiring today? Am I entertaining people? Or I want to promote my product and service. And then that is what is now going to guide what you say in the post, how you structure your post. It's going to guide the picture you use. It's also going to guide your call to action, because your call to action will be how you get people to respond to the goal that you have for that post for that day. All right. All right. Okay. So next thing, I expect every one of us to have our content pillars. Your content pillars are okay. When you want to build a house and then you have like 5 pillars, the pillars help the house to stand firm. Let's say, for example, you're a content marketer like I am, all right? Your content pillars will be the related subjects to content marketing that guides and inform the direction of your content, so that you're not just shooting, you're just shooting arrows without any direction. I'm a content marketer, for example. I mean, if you saw, the only reason why I spoke about relationship on Friday is because it was Valentine. But you will almost never see me talk about relationship. What's my business? I'm not a relationship coach. I'm not positioning to, to coach people relationship. I don't even have I don't even have a standing relationship enough to be able to talk about relationship. All right. So guys, your content pillars will guide your brand in the kind of content to create and the kind of content you must never dabble into because it has no bearing with your brand. All right. So I often say, when you know your positioning, then you now look at, what are the 3 to 5 related topic areas to this broad niche that I'm positioning for. For example, as a content marketer, my content pillars are marketing, content marketing itself, personal branding. All right. So those are like pillars that are related to my content. I can't wake up tomorrow and talk politics. I can't wake up tomorrow and talk relationship. That's being intentional with your brand, because as you're putting out content every day, you're supposed to be reinforcing your positioning. But it's today you talk about relationship, tomorrow you talk about politics, next tomorrow you talk about LinkedIn, next tomorrow again, I mean the upper day you talk about, and then at the end of the week you have talked about 5 different unrelated things and we don't even know what exactly you do. See, when you mention Ajayi Olaleko on LinkedIn, I can tell you 9 out of 10 people that know me, or not just strangers, 9 out of 10 people that know me know that I'm a ghostwriter, I'm a content marketer. They can't tell you anything else. It is as a result of months and years of consistently reinforcing the same message, of staying within the bracket of my positioning, not moving here and there, not acting like a clueless person, like a confused person. All right. So please, what are your content pillars? 3 to 5 related topics, subtopics to your broad topic. All right. Those are what you should center your content around, and don't be shooting, aimlessly. All right. Thank you very much. I go to the next thing. For when you're creating social media content, especially creating content on LinkedIn. Number one, aim to be concise. I'm not going to stress these ones. I'm just going to just move. Pim, pim, pim. Aim to be concise. All right. I know just a few people on LinkedIn who write a lot, and because they are good at writing, they have been able to sustain their audience and get their audience to read their content back to back and engage with them. But most people are not that good. All right. So if you're not that good at writing, how do I put it now? I mean, if writing is not like your very strong point, stay away from writing long content, because primarily the audience too don't have time. It's as simple as that. They don't have time. So I don't want to be scrolling through LinkedIn and then I see your post. It looks like you have written a chapter of a book. I'll just be like, this person thinks I came here to sleep on their, except if I know you and I know that you're always making sense. And I know that, even if you write 2,000 words, it will make sense. I will follow you. But if that's not the case, for example, I follow Professor Ekekwe. Professor Ekekwe, I mean, he's somebody that I respect a lot. So even when he writes on LinkedIn, even if he writes 2,000 words, I will stay and I will read it. All right. I know people like that. Vusi, another mentor of mine, Vusi Tembekwayo, if Vusi writes on LinkedIn, even though he doesn't write much, but let's say he even writes 2,000 words on LinkedIn, I will read it from the start to the end. So there are a few people like that. But for most people, you will just do well, just making sure that your content is concise. You have the hook, go to the body of the message and give it like 10 to 15 lines. Give your call to action and get out. All right. Except you are telling a story, and if you are very good at taking us from the first thing to the second one, and you can captivate us and get us to be curious to the end, and then ride on. All right. But if that's not the case, make it snappy, make it concise. Your readers don't have time. Don't waste their time. All right. So attention grabbing hook. I cannot stress that enough. The reason why I see some of you, your hook are not hooking is because also you are not intentional. For every time you want to make a post, ask yourself again. If you are working with the content calendar, you can trust the hook in those content calendar. They were designed to catch the fancy of your target audience, not just anybody. All right. But let's say you want to freestyle. You're not using the content. Let's say you are freestyling and you don't want to use the content calendar. ensure that you're also intentional with your hook. Don't just write your first line, your second line. Don't be frivolous with it. See, it does not matter how beautiful the body of your content is. The moment you lose people in your first and second line, your content is dead on arrival. It's dead. It's not going anywhere because people will only see your first line and your second line. If your first line and your second line does not get them to stop, then there is no chance they will click, because LinkedIn will show your first and second line, then they will show the see more or click more or maybe read more or something. I can't remember what exactly that is. If the first and second line does not catch the attention of people, they will not click that see more. And that's why you cannot just be haphazard. You know your target audience, you know their pain point, you know their aspiration. So you must ensure that the words you are speaking in those two lines, they are words that will catch their attention. All right? They are words that will catch their attention. So see, and I'm going to tell you this for free. You're not going to be a master of hooks overnight. It takes practice and practice and practice. Sometimes when you want to make a post, write out like 3 hooks and then ask yourself, oh, which of this is going to be more compelling? And sometimes I use AI. I write like 3 hooks and I ask my AI assistant, which of these 3 hooks is the most compelling? Number one, number two, number three. And it will analyze the three of them and tell me, oh, this one is most compelling. All right. So you must I don't want to mention, I'm not mentioning names. Those of you that are my VIP, when we get on the one-on-one calls, I review your content, review your profile. But if you're not in the VIP, I'm not mentioning names. Our nutrition people, this is not caffeine, no. I'm not taking caffeine. All right, so ensure you're intentional with your hook. If your hook is not hooking, you have lost the target audience, and that's why we call it a hook. It's like a bait, and of course, it's not clickbait. It's not like you're just saying, I said this in the first quote. I don't like exaggerated hooks. And people say, "Oh, I killed my neighbor yesterday," and then you cannot write that kind of book and I read your post. I just walk away. I did mass comm. Fullness is here. Fullness did mass comm. There's something we call yellow journalism or sensationalism. All right, that's when you overinflate or hyperinflate your headline, and then people get to the body of the content. In most cases, there's no relation between what you are saying in the content and the hook. It's crazy. I hope you too forgive me for using crazy, but it's not ethical, it's not professional. I don't do it. If you're in my community, you cannot do it. I will have an issue with you, all right? So don't go and be ethical, all right? No clickbait, but ensure that you use hooks that are okay. Very important. The next one, captivating visuals. I'm going to stop here and emphasize it. Some of you make posts, you don't use pictures. There are also just a few brands on LinkedIn that I know that make posts and don't use pictures, and their content gets read. Statistics shows that posts that use pictures get 4%. How do I put it now? There's 40% chances that your post will be read when you use picture than when you don't use. All right, that's just the bottom line of what I want to say. So use pictures and use captivating pictures. Some of you just use pictures that I just look at your phone, I'm like, why now? Why are you doing this? All right. I strongly advise against AI pictures. I strongly advise against it. All right. Try your best to use your own personal picture. I strongly advise against artificial intelligence pictures. Sometimes it discredits your brand, all right? Except if you are saying something around AI and once in a while you need to use AI pictures. But even, for example, Mr. Adesai is in the AI niche. You can use AI pictures once in a while, but as much as you can, use your own picture. Use your own, give personality to your post and your personal brand. Not that 1 month, all around the month, AI picture, we don't even know you. We don't even, even your own picture that you use is also AI. Why now? Why are you doing that? Use your own picture and take beautiful pictures. Let's say, for example, you're in this challenge or you're on LinkedIn and you say, oh, I don't like pictures, I'm an introvert. See, now that you're building your personal brand, please come out of that thing you're saying. Nobody was born an introvert. All of us became. I'm also an introvert. In case you don't know, I'm a chronic introvert. I've had to just improve myself to now be very outgoing and communicate freely. But I grew up as an introvert. But nobody was born an introvert. Our environments made us introverts. Our growing up, the environments we grew up in, the same way you learned that pattern, you There are things to learn, there are things to learn, there are things to relearn. So if you have learned the pattern of being shy, being an introvert, you don't like to take pictures, now is the time to gradually begin to come out of that shell. Because you're building a personal brand and you want to attract opportunities. Speaking opportunities, you want your brand to take you around the world. Now is the time to be preparing for the opportunities. All right. Let's say, for example, maybe some of you, your goal for this year is that you want to travel out to, you want to travel out of Nigeria, but you don't have a passport. Are you joking? How? All right. So what if somebody just, fortunately for you, you put up a post on Monday and somebody likes you and sends you an invitation to come and speak in Rwanda next month. You will now quickly go and apply for passport, right? And they will give you your passport after 6 months. I was supposed to go to Ghana in 2023 for a tour. I'd reached out to a few celebrities in Ghana. We have had several meetings. We have planned out the tour. The tour is actually training on digital marketing, social media, and all that. We have planned it. I reached out to a few influencers on YouTube that are Ghanaians, and we have planned everything. I applied for my passport, all right? I applied for my passport, went to Lagos, applied for my passport like 2 months earlier to the planned date for my traveling to Ghana. Do you know that my passport did not arrive, even though I paid extra fee? Do you know that my passport did not arrive until towards the end of the year? And so my Ghana tour cancelled. So when you are praying for opportunities, you must be prepared for the opportunities. You're praying that your brand will attract opportunities, but you don't know how to do public speaking. All right? What if they invite you to come and speak somewhere next month? Opportunity comes, but meets you unprepared. So you cannot say I'm a shy person, I'm an introvert, and that's why you can't create videos on LinkedIn and you are trying to attract opportunities. One of the things that I'm doing this year is I'm doing a lot of videos because I want to attract a lot of speaking gigs this year. I want to attract a lot of speaking opportunities this year. All right? So begin to unlearn the things that limit your brand, that limits you, and begin to learn new skills and begin to come out of all of those excuses. There's no skill you cannot learn. There's nothing that you learn from growing up that you cannot also unlearn. All right? I bind victory. You say you use a lot of AI pictures. Go and sin no more. All right? Go and sin no more. Use your pictures. Use your pictures. Stop using AI pictures. Use them sparingly once in a while. You people say I should call names, but I don't want to call names. Some of you also, your pictures are not. Some of you use Canva. Then you write a few things on your picture, but they are not neat. They are not very tidy. All right? Please get better. Improve your Canva skills so that when you are creating those pictures, they come out crisp and beautiful. See, some of you say you want to position as a premium brand, but you are not showing up premium. And all of these tiny details matter. Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to Ade during the week. And we're talking about people that come on LinkedIn to come and lie and say, oh, generated $100 million for clients. And then, if you say you have generated $100 million for clients, we should see it in your life. All right. So this guy, I checked his profile and he said he has generated 100 million for clients. There's no how you generated 100 million for clients, even if they pay you 1%. All right. Let's say it's bad. You don't know how to price, you don't know how to, but at least you collected 1% of that amount. Your life cannot remain the same. Then this guy says he has generated 100 million for clients. Then he posted a picture one day, and his belt was peeling already. The black, the leather was like half peeled. And you will see it in the picture. You don't even need to zoom it. You will see it in the picture that this belt is faded. And you have generated $100 million for clients. How? How now? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And there's no way you are going to show up like that and you will attract premium clients. The moment I look at you and your pictures are tacky, you can't command quality pricing. You can't command quality pricing. Your pictures must be crisp, clean, beautiful, be intentional. Even when you want to use Canva and put some text on it, make sure they are neat and clean. All of those tiny details, very important. All right, so I call myself a premium ghostwriter. You cannot see me show up as just anyhow person. You cannot see me. You cannot see me. All right, I'm very intentional about the pictures I use. They're always clean, beautiful, fine, well refined, because you want to command a client that will pay you 500K and you are looking like you have not eaten for days. All right, how? How? Your client is just going to look at me, the potential client is just going to look at me like, this person does not look like somebody that if I even send 1 million to them, they will not faint. If I send 1 million to this person, they will faint. All right. Or if I send 1 million to this person, they will just go and use it to buy belts and buy food. This person looks like somebody that has not eaten for years. Look, they talk. If you are saying, oh, I'm a premium brand, I want premium clients, look like premium. All right. Look like premium. So people, be very intentional with your pictures. All right. I'm saying these things with passion and with everything. All right. So make sure your content is conversational and engaging. All right. I don't know how to stress that for you. Write like you are talking to human beings. Don't write like a robot. And that's the issue I have with you AI people. But I'll show you how to do better tonight. All right. Always add call to actions to your post. Always add call to action. And like I said, your call to action for a particular post will depend on the goal you want to achieve for that post. If you are promoting, then you're either telling people to send you a DM or to book a call or to leave you a comment. The goal of that post determines the call to action. If you want people to engage, I always tell you, ask them a question at the end of the post. Make it a very simple question, not a question that a very question that with a PS, ask a question, let them get them to talk. But don't ask them a question that they will need encyclopedia to understand, or they will need Google to understand. They don't have that time. All right. So add a call to action, and your goal for the post determines your call to action. And some of you need to put your brand call to action at the end of your post. And you can go and find a slogan that is powerful for your brand. That at the end of every of your posts, you have your slogan. How many of you saw that I changed my slogan in quote one? I used to have a slogan there before that. Oh, my name is Ajalaleko. I am a ghostwriter, or I'm a ghost that loves to write, and yada yada yada. And in the first quote, I'm just like, okay, let's spice this thing up. And I changed it to, my name is Ajalaleko. I am the ghostwriter that you should have hired before you went to go and hire that ghostwriter that does not sabi anything. And I am the last ghostwriter that you will work with. So meaning, if you hire me, forget it. I will so deliver that you will not need to work with anybody again. And of course, you can't say that if your work, if you know sabi, all right. So but I mean, just find something that that is captivating, that is confident, that is bold. All right, you can add it at the end of every of your posts. There is no post that I make that you will not see that thing there. All right. So that's alone. Even when I'm not promoting, I just put it there so that everybody that reads my post, I'm just reinforcing in their mind what I am, what I do, who I do it for. They may not need my service today, they're going to need it someday. All right, let's make progress. And finally, good formatting. All right, some of you, your formatting is poor. You lump words together. Your one paragraph is like 7 lines. It's not beautiful to read, especially on social media. So ensure that you use white spacing proportionately. Write like 2 lines. I personally don't do more than 3 lines, except when I'm listing. Sometimes if it's a 1-line listing and I want to list 5 things, I can list the 5 things together. But you also see that sometimes I'm creative with it. I can list it in such a way that it forms like a very beautiful line, and it's beautiful to see. Not that number 1 will be half, number 2 will be long, number 3 will now be longer, and will now be half again. It just looks disjointed. When I want to make listing, I list it in such a way that it's just beautiful. Be intentional with your formatting too. My paragraphs are always short. At the most, my paragraphs are no more than maybe 2 or 3. And I create a white space, move to the next paragraph. All right? Just to make your writing beautiful. Don't one paragraph, 10 lines, everything is just together. Or your post is like 20 lines and everything is just straight like that. Don't do that. All right? It's not beautiful to read. Amen, somebody. Amen. So let's quickly go to AI practical. All right. Let me share my screen. We don't have so much time. Share your screen. Those of you that use AI, your deliverance has come. Somebody say amen. Trying to share my screen. Can you see my screen? Let me know if you can see my screen. All right. So let's go to my favorite AI tool. My favorite AI tool is Claude. If you don't know now. My AI tool is Claude. Claude. Claude.ai. Just go to Google, type Claude.ai, and then you can create your account. Go to Google. If this is the first time you're hearing me talk about Claude, all right, and you don't have an account yet, go to Google, type, I'm not saying go now, go later, go to Google, type Claude.ai, and then sign up. It writes in a more human form than ChatGPT, all right? So that's why I'm recommending it. So now that we are here, let's create a let's go to my documents. This is our LinkedIn content marketing guide. Let's go to my prompt for using it, right? All right. And I created this prompt just to show you what I want to do. So this is prompt 5, content creation. How to train AI to adopt your style and your voice. All right. So before that, let me go to this one. Let me see. Let me test everybody on this call. So how many of you saw me make this post 5 days ago? How many of you saw me make this post 5 days ago? Do you know that this post was created using AI? Let me know in the comment section. Were you able to get that this post, everything in this post was created using AI? And some of you, if you check the 100 plus series content ideas, you will find out that this hook, I took this hook from that guide, from that 100 plus irresistible hook idea. Only 1 in 1,000 LinkedIn users know this simple writing hack. Feel free to steal it. If you check that guide, you will see that I took this hook from there. All right. This content from beginning to end is AI. So only 1 in 1,000 LinkedIn users know this simple writing hack. Feel free to steal it. Here's how I create valuable content. It's called 1, 2, 3, 4 content creation formula. I told you the formula. Number 1, share one big idea. Number 2, write 2 key arguments supporting it. Number 3, give specific example. And number 4, share some. So both the formula, the example that I used, an optimized LinkedIn profile is crucial for career. The example, AI. Everything in this post is AI, A to Z. All right. But I mean, if you ask 100 people, maybe only 1 or 2 or 5 people will get that it's AI. All right. Only 1, 4, 5 people. And you must be very good. You must be very familiar with AI for you to know that this content is AI. All right. So that's how much you can actually write content that will sound, and it will sound like human. For some of you that post content from AI and then all the emojis are there, all the laughter, 10 emojis in your post, you already give yourself up that this one is AI content. And you know there are certain things that your AI tool will also say that it will just be obvious that this is AI. I've forgotten those common chat GPT language now. Right? But I'm just simply saying you can write content with AI and it will not look like AI. So let's do an experiment. So this is my prompt. I'll copy this and I'll take it to Claude. So Claude already knows. It says, good evening, Ajayi. Hi, Claude. I just want to play around. I want us to create content together. Are you ready? So I actually talk to, I talk to AI like, I have conversations with AI like a human, all right? I mean, we just talk like friends. And see, if you want to make the most of AI, generative AI, it's just based on your prompt. How are you able to prompt your tool and get the most out of your tool? So I've copied the prompt. I'm just going to place it. I want to create a LinkedIn post for my audience, and this is the hook. So let's go to our document and copy one of the hooks. Which are we going to use? Let's look at the one for Monday. Struggling with yada 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 yada. Let's use this. I just want to copy this one. I'm going to take it to Claude. So I'm going to fix it inside this place. This is our hook. Control V. I will change, edit this and put, let me put, so that is 1 minute or 3 minutes. Let me use 3 minutes. The thing fix for your biggest, let me use, well, I'm a content writer, content creation. So let me use content creation headache. So below is an example of how my LinkedIn content often looks and sounds. So what you are now going to do is you go and copy one of your content that you yourself in your own voice and your style, and you will put it under this prompt to show Claude that this is how you always sound in your content, I mean in your post. All right, so let me go to my own let me go to my LinkedIn and look for one of the posts that I made last week that was written by myself. I think I shared a lot of posts. So let me copy this one. So this was written by me. This is not AI. Okay, so let's copy this and let's go to Claude. So I will paste it here. Control V. So I've shown Claude that this is how I always sound in my post. So asking Claude to just imitate. Oh, this thing is now mumbled up. I'll just go quickly space in where I need to put space in and put full stop where I need to put full stop. All right. We're almost done. All right. So this is the instruction. Imitate the voice, formatting structure, and content length for the content I asked it to create. Now that this thing is mumbled up, I hope it will not create. Oh, I don't know why this thing came mumbled up like this. All right. So let me see what the results will come. It's not supposed to be mumbled up like this, but let me see if Claude can actually get what I'm asking it to do. All right. It takes the structure, the formatting, and then create content for the hook that we have pasted up here. The 3 minute fix, the 3 minute fix for your biggest content creation headache. So let me see. This thing is modeled up, but let me see if it's going to get what I'm asking it to do. If it does not get it, we'll now properly spacing it. Okay, good. Yeah, it got it. It's got it. It's got it. It's got it. All right. So let's see how this reads. Let's see how this reads. It has created a content for the hook. The 3 minute fix for your biggest content creation headache. Every morning was the same nightmare. Staring at my blank screen, possibly 2 hours wasted, zero content created. I had all these amazing ideas in my head, but getting them out, pure torture. I can just edit it. I can just edit a few things here. For example, if I want it to sound like me perfectly, this would be I had all these amazing ideas in my head, but getting out was pure torture. Instead of putting all the, but the content that I used anyway, this was how the content sounded. That post I made when I was 2019 and what I do now, I had a lot of recall questions there. So that's why it's imitating exactly the same format. All right. So then one random Tuesday, I discovered something so simple. It felt stupid. A 3 minute trick that changed everything. I started voice recording my content ideas while walking to the for coffee, just talking naturally, like I'm telling a friend. That's it. No more endless editing. No more staring at blank screen. These days, I create 5 times in half the time. My post flows naturally. Yada yada yada. Does this sound like a human or does it not? Let me see in the comment section. How does it sound better like much of the AI content you see on LinkedIn? The best part, my content sounds more authentic because I'm literally speaking my thoughts. Still struggling with content creation, still spending hours crafting a single post, still not posting consistently. Try this voice note trick. Your content creation headache ends today. Okay, so let's play around again. Let's play around again. I'm going to edit this and I'm going to put another example of my content. Okay, so let me go back to LinkedIn. Um, let me go and look for. Okay, I want to look for another content of mine. Oh, let's go back. Um, let's do one more example. I'm just going to take another type of content that I wrote, see how that flows. So he's going to write it in another style. I'm going to adopt exactly the template that I give it. I'm not using this one. Um, what if LinkedIn blocks your account today? I don't. This one to add a lot of difficult questions, so it's a similar style. Let me look for something else. Okay, so what is this one about? Okay, yeah, so let's do this. Let's copy this one too. All right. So let's go back to Claude and then let's replace this one. Let's replace this. All right. Control V. Good. So I've pasted another content written by me. Let's see how Claude can imitate that and create using the same hook anyway. Using the same hook. The 3 minute fix for your biggest content creation. Staring at a blank screen is torture. I've been there. Every content creator knows this feeling. The paralyzing moments when ideas won't flow. The pressure of deadlines crush creativity. But here is what nobody tells you. The best content starts with a simple framework. I discovered this after creating why is this thing Russian? I discovered this after creating 1,000 pieces of content. The secret, a 3 minutes preparational ritual. Here's what I do. One clear message, 60 seconds. Three key points, 60 seconds. One compelling story, 60 seconds. That's it. No more overthinking, no more perfectionism, yada yada yada. And we have a content that sounds like one of the posts that I've made before. That sounds like me automatically. So what you just simply you copy the prompt, you paste it, you copy a content that you wrote by yourself before that is exactly how you sound, and then has the ChatGPT to imitate that voice. All right, and it's going to give you something beautiful. Victory, it's not the same when it comes to long form content though. It's your prompting. So let's make this right in long form content. I'm going to tell it turn this into a 600 word article. All right, turn this into a 600 word article. Then I'm going to prompt it. I'm going to say use very simple English for easy understanding and write in second person active voice. I can even tell it, I can tell it other things I want to tell it. But let's see what it does with long form content. All right. So I'm just gonna read the intro. Yeah, I won't read the entire body. So let's read the intro. Have you ever sat in front of your computer, staring at a blank document, completely stuck? If you're a content, you know this feeling all too well. That paralyzing moment when your ideas won't flow and your deadlines are looming can make content creation feel like an uphill battle. But it doesn't have to be this way. After creating over 1,000 pieces of content, I've discovered that the best content comes from having a simple, repeatable framework. The secret lies in a 3 minute preparation ritual that can transform your content creation process from into flowing. How does this sound? How does this sound? Does it sound like GPT? Hell no. It's all a game of prompting, all right? Your The output of generative AI depends on your prompting, how you're able to command it to give you exactly what you want. And even when it comes back and does not give you exactly what you want, you prompt it again, you tell it something to fix. So if it has words that sound like AI, tell it to remove and replace all the words. If I want to tell Claude to use a lot of metaphor in this article, I will tell him to use a lot of metaphors. All right. So, guys, let's now go to the subject of today. Does this make sense? Let me stop sharing. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Let's hear from the AI person in the community. This process is called training your models to work on any AI writing to because it is open AI. You don't need to write codes before it learns. It learns from what it sees and adjusts to it. All right. So that's from the experienced people when it comes to AI. Yeah, I'm just a learner. All right. So guys, let me let's go to the marketing aspect. Okay, good. I want to copy the code and warm pitching template that I created. I want to copy it and send it to my laptop so I can, when we get to the time, I'll be able to share my screen and show you. I'll show you how to use it and all that and all that. So, like I said, this week we are entering into, I want to motivate you and inspire you to do a lot of outreach. And I'm going to say this again. I've said it. In the 3 weeks of this content marketing challenge, I expect all of you to grow. But most of you are not growing because you are not networking. You are not networking. You are not networking. You're not connecting with new people. You're just creating content, creating content. All right. I said LinkedIn gives you 100 free connects every week. If you don't use it, it disappears. They give you another 100. It's not like, oh, next week it's going to be 200. It's still the same 100. So you have 7 days in a week. It means if you break 100 into 7 days, you have the potential. You can connect with at least 13, 14 people every day, and LinkedIn does not have a problem with that. It's only when you are connected, when you just, let's say you just connect with 50 people at the same time, LinkedIn will think you are using a bot and they can restrict you. But if you connect with 10 people every day or 13 people and you space it, maybe you connect with 5 in the morning, then you come back on LinkedIn in the afternoon, connect with 5 new people, connect with 3 more people, and then you wrap it up for the day. Your connection is going to grow. Again, I've told you over and over again, strategic connection. I'm not saying just go and be connecting with everybody so that, oh, you will say, I went from 500 to 800. No, that's not what I'm saying. Ensure that you are connecting with with your target audience, the people that you want to sell to primarily. And then a certain percentage of that also can go to your peers, people that are in your industry or that are in related industry, people that they are also on the same growth journey with you. Maybe their account is lesser than yours, around the same level with yours, or a little bit above yours, and everybody is on the journey to growing. Those are the people that will support you and that you will support, and together you can build. But again, also, you must also ensure that a percentage of the people you are connecting with every day are your target audience, so that when you are creating content, as you are creating content for 21 days, you are guaranteed that your content is getting in front of the right people. You're not saying the right message to the wrong audience. And I always use this every time. Let's say you're a real estate person and you are selling land worth 10 million. Who should be in your connection and followers? It should not be students. Students that are still collecting pocket money from their parents. How do they want to buy a 10 million naira land? So let's say you have 500 followers as a real estate agent selling lands of 10 million, and 499 are students that are still in university, 100 level, 200, 300, 400 level, and only one person is a CEO. the only target audience in your connection is just one person. So every time you are creating your content marketing, that you are marketing your lands and the properties you sell, you are only speaking to one person. The remaining 499, you are speaking to their future. You are speaking over their head, because many of them have not even seen 1 million in their life. All right. So you are putting out the right message to a wrong audience. And that's why I said strategic intentional connection. So you have 100 free connects in a week. Ensure that you are using those to connect with the people that are in your ideal target audience, so that when you are creating content, you will know that your content is getting before the right people. All right. Do we hear that? And for example, some of you don't use the research features of your LinkedIn. Let me share my screen again. After 2 minutes more, so I'm going to keep this very fast. I don't want to exceed that time. Let's go to LinkedIn. All right, let's go to the home. So I think I was on a call with somebody this week, and I was telling them there are a few ways I connect with people in my target audience. I either go and seek these people in the on the top. Let me do an example. Yasmin Alish, 294K followers. So guarantee, I don't care what your target audience, what kind of target audience you are looking for. Most likely they're on these guys. They are among these guys 293,716. So and when Yasmin makes a post, for example, this is one of Yasmin's posts. This post has 2,290 likes, 1,759 comments. I can guarantee that the impression of this post is probably over 50K. So it means there are thousands of people that came to this comment section. So what are the chances that some of your target audience are here? The chances are very high. All right. So again, strategy. If you are going to leave a comment on this kind of post, leave a very sensible comment. All right. Leave a very sensible. Let me maximize my screen. Okay. I want to maximize the screen. All right. Yeah. So there are thousands of people coming to this comment section. So your comment must position well, so that when everybody comes to the comment section, they see your comment, they are intrigued, they are captivated, and they are tempted to check your profile. I'm like, who is this guy? So intelligent. Let's check him out. So if you look at this comment, for example, this comment, for example, has 7 likes. Let's just scroll. This one has 4 likes. So it means 4 people are saying, no, I read this comment and it makes sense. That's what it means. All right. This one has 1 like. This one has 2. This one has 4. This one has 1. Please be friends for me. Don't waste my time. All right. This one has 3 likes. This one has 1. This one has 7. Let's just scroll and play around. This one has 1. This one has 6. This one has 3. Load more comments. So when you come to the comment section of a person like this, ensure that your comment is intelligent, strategic. 15 likes. This one shows that, oh, many more people found that this comment, they found this comment sensible. That ones we have seen. All right. 8 people like this one. 11 people like this one. All right. Can you see the difference? 2 people like this one. It's based on the strength of your comments. All right. Sometimes it's also based on the strength of your following, because sometimes the people that will like your comment be your connections and your followers. But other times too, knowing well that thousands of people are coming to this comment section, see, you must leave comments that strategically positions your brand. All right. So that when people come, they are captivated by what you say, the brilliance of your comment and your contribution, and they check out your profile. You can even also stylishly talk about what you do. If you are very smart about it, you can talk about what you do. All right. For example, let's look at this one. Writing with a specific person in mind, everything. It makes your words flow naturally and keeps your message clear and authentic. I can now continue and say, as a ghostwriter, for example, I do X, Y, Z. So not just that people will come here and see that, oh, my contribution is intelligent. Anybody that sees my comment also knows that I'm a ghostwriter. So if a person needs ghostwriter and they see how intelligent my comment is, they might be tempted to go check my profile And if I will captivate them and they can reach out to me that they want to do business with me. Can you see how strategic all of this is? But again, like I said, this is Amy Bradley. If we check Amy Bradley's profile, she might likely be an American. All right. Terence Peter might, is also sounds like an international name too. Henry Igwe is a Nigerian. Jonathan Oke or Boka, I don't know. If you check his profile, it's going to come from a country that Nigerian. So can you see how different people? This one is Isto Bushvaru, maybe Russia and the likes. So in this kind of comment section, this is called insane. So you're going to find different kinds of people from different countries. You can also strategically people like this, leave a comment on their post, check their profile. If it makes sense, if it's related to you, if you are your target audience, all right, connect with them, all right. Another thing to do is go to the search box. My primary target audience are CEOs and founders. Can you see it's already there? CEO plus founder. So I'm going to click it and we're going to search. Then we're going to click people. All right, people. And then let's go to location. My primary target audience is United States of America and then UK and Canada. But let's just stay with USA alone for now. Let's stay with USA alone. So what LinkedIn is going to do is it's going to curate the list of some founders that are from United States of America. All right. And I can just check see which of them I want to connect with. I can connect with Enoch. I've connected with Olmangao. Yeah. So can you see this person is based in US, but it's most likely in Nigeria. All right. I can connect with him too. Or I may not. So can you 21, Colin Sapiri, Brenda Pond. These are founders and CEOs based in USA. These are my IDs. I can just go ahead, connect with them. All right. This is how to strategically build your profile. All right. Everything comes together as a when you're now creating content, you are sure that you are creating content for the right target audience. So let me stop sharing again and show my face. All right. So guys, there are basically two marketing approaches in the, I want to say in the real world, but let's use that in the real world and even online. In marketing, when I was in school, did mass communication, we are taught two types of marketing. There is inbound marketing, there is outbound marketing. Let me break it down like a layman. Inbound marketing is the kind of marketing that pulls people in. All right. Content marketing is an example of inbound marketing. You're not outrightly selling. You're creating content and showing up in such a way that it is attracting people in. And I always like to use relationship examples. For example, I coined those two in the context of LinkedIn. Inbound is attract model. Outbound is apply model. All right. Attract model means you're showing up in such a way that your target audience finds you attractive. Let's use relationship, for example. I like relationship when I'm teaching marketing. So a sister is she's at a however age, and she's looking for suitors. What is she expected to do? She's expected to dress beautiful, go out to functions, to networking programs, events, conferences, also wear beautiful cologne, carry yourself very well, and just be beautiful and attractive. Because men, if you're a man and you're in this training, we like good things. All of us have different standards anyway, but bottom line, I might need to switch my network in maybe 3 minutes or thereabout. So if you find that you lost me for a bit, I'm just trying to switch my network. So you must, if you're a sister and you're looking for suitors, you must dress in a way that attracts the kind of suitors you're looking for. There's a way you're going to dress and you're going to attract garage boys, and you're going to attract riffraffs, Yahoo boys, internet fraudsters. There's also a way you dress, you're going to attract bankers, learned people. And the same way as a guy too, there's a way you dress and you can't walk up to a banker and have a conversation with, just going to look at you and be like, are you, you and me? All right. If you want to attract that kind of audience, there's a way you must dress, there's a way you must look, there's a way you must talk, there's a way you must also smell. All right. It's all inbound marketing, attract model. You're showing up in such a way that the people that you want to do business with, they find you attractive. Then outbound is You are going out to meet them. So in the Western culture, in Nigeria, the man woos the woman, even though the world is changing, all right? So that's outbound. You see a sister you like, and you walk up to her and say, "Hi, hello, my name is Ajayi Olaliko, and yeah, blah, 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 blah." And you start a conversation, and the conversation can lead to permanent sites, all right? So that is outbound marketing. But you know that there's a way I can carry myself to dress in a way that I did not go to the sister and the sister comes to me. All right. It happens. All right. So it's all so the first approach where I'm just on my own, doing my thing, looking handsome, looking cute, smelling nice, good, well ironed clothes and all that. And the sister comes to me, that is inbound marketing. But that moment when I walk up to the sister, introduce myself and try to okay. I think we are back. We are back. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know in the comment section. Can you see me? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, yeah, you can see me. So let's go on. I was explaining the inbound and the outbound, and I think you have gotten that already. So inbound marketing is how you show up, all right? How you show up on LinkedIn. The content you is also part of your inbound. Commenting strategically, like I just showed you in marketing. I've said it over and over again. I've gotten clients from just leaving comments, thoughtful comments and strategic comments on the content of certain influencers, all right? Because thousands of people are coming to that comment section. If you are smart with your commenting, you are going to expose your brand to those thousands of people. And who knows, you might actually see somebody who gets interested in what you do and they will reach out to you. Your content is one of your inbound marketing strategy. Create content that educates, informs, and speaks to your target audience points, hit their action, and you have the chance of drawing in interested people who see your content and be like, "Oh, I'm interested in working with this person." And again, like I've said, Your content marketing strategy should not be limited to just educating and informing. Once in a while, post testimonials, post results, all right? Post proof. You that work for clients. Maybe you're a website designer, Babatunde, who else? Jennifer, the likes of you. If you have a client website you just worked on, I think Jennifer did it in the last call, recording of your process, all that, and post the video, 1 minute, 90 seconds video. Don't make it too long, and just tell us, oh, this is how I created a website for an e-commerce. Oh, I started with this, I started with this. Show us the process, result, how beautiful the website is. Show us the loading speed. Give us an example of the loading speed. So okay, so we're going to check the loading speed now. Put the title in your Google search box, and it loads in 3 seconds. And be like, oh, can you see this website loaded in 3 seconds? Your target audience is watching that video, and they know that their own website loads in 1 minute, in 3 seconds. And tell them, oh, one of the things you want your website to do is to have a good load and all that. And they'll be like, oh, they'll come to your DM, they'll come and ask you, my website loaded in 3 minutes, but my website, it takes 2 minutes to load. That's how to create content that pulls in people. Be creative. And some of you don't put a lot of thought into your content, and that's why you are not getting originality. Put more thought. Get audience. I showed you how to do this. Know their top 3 pain points, their top 3 aspirations, their top 3 challenges. Then create content. Be innovative. Create behind the scene content. Show your process of content that position you as you're going to be pulling in with people. Have conversations with them. In that conversation, just be interested in their this and that. I mean, I met somebody on LinkedIn, and then she sent me a DM, yes. Or I sent her one of the two. We got talking. I'm like, oh, where are you from? From Gambia, but she's based in Rwanda. I'm like, oh, okay. So I said, oh, and for real, I told her, I said that I'm talking to on LinkedIn. And you're like, oh, that's beautiful. Gambia is a small, country, but we are very friendly. And she was so excited, talking about Gambia. So I'm like, okay, so how many years have you been in Rwanda? She said 2 years. And then we got talking, and we have just become friends. All right. We have just become friends. That's a new connection. And this lady sees my post on LinkedIn. LinkedIn prioritizes showing your post first and foremost to the people you have had DM conversations with, because the algorithm assumes that the fact that you're your friend, so it puts your post stranger. If you post it before them, going to not do well. I've been interested in where she stays, her country, and all that. Even if she cannot comment, maybe she's busy, all right, and she can't comment, she will like the post. I've built one friend, all right. I've made friends with one person, just like that. So connect with people, network with people. I wish I can show you how many opportunities I've gotten on LinkedIn just by networking, and how many persons I've also been a blessing to just because they have become my good friends on LinkedIn. I've not seen them in real life. I've not met them before. All right. There are a lot of people that are in my connection on LinkedIn too that we now talk on WhatsApp. I mean, we got so close in our communication that we now exchange numbers and we now talk on WhatsApp. All right. And like I said, I'm going to bring some of my friends, some of my LinkedIn friends, maybe 1 or 2 of them. We call them micro influencers. They get a lot of engagement. They are doing well on LinkedIn. They will also come and teach you in the third cohort. All right. I'm just simply saying, build friendship, network. Those are all part of inbound marketing. If you network with people, build friendship, someday they may not really need your service now. All right. They may not need your service. And sometimes they may need your service, but you first need to become their friend. Remember the KLT index, know, like, and trust. People buy from those they know, that they like, and they trust. It's how you network and your personality that will make people to, when you connect, they know you. How you network and your personality will get them to like. Relationship with them will most likely get them to trust you over time, and they will do business with you. Or even if they don't do business with you, Mr. Bolaji, are you on this call? If Mr. Bolaji is on this call, Mr. Bolaji is based in the UK. She was recommended. This program was recommended to him by a LinkedIn connection that we have never met before. All right. So that's the power of networking. Now let's go to outbound marketing, where most of you will have shivers. Reaching out to already your friends on LinkedIn and pitching them. So I did an experiment in April 2024. For all of April, I said I was going to send out between three to at least three outreach, outbound marketing, warm cold pitching, or not even warm, cold pitching, strangers. I was going to send cold pitching to them, and I sent at least 3 every day for all of April, and I landed 2 clients in the month of April. 2. Of course, you will say, you sent 90, you landed 2. 2 clients. That's fair enough, all right? So, and I got to find out that, of course, I sent some of them ghosted me. They didn't even reply. They read it, they didn't reply. Some of them will reply and be like, oh, nice to meet you and all that. And my cold pitching was even bad then. It was pushy. Not outrightly pushy, but it was not. I mean, I know better today than I knew in April. All right. So I got a lot of people ghosted me. A lot of people did not respond. A lot of people responded cautiously and like, oh, thank you for reaching out, but I do not need your service now. If I need your service in the future, I'll reach out to you. But some persons reached out with joy and enthusiasm, because I mean, I was pitching CEOs. All right. So some of them have been desiring to have a ghostwriter, but because they are busy, they don't have the time to now go and be searching LinkedIn and be like, ghostwriter. So when I reached out to them, it was like, oh, I'm glad God brought you. You know, something like they didn't say that, all right? But low key, in the way they received me, you will know that, oh, it looks like this person has even been desiring to work with a ghostwriter. They just have not had time to reach out to one. But I'm not even using that pitch for you. That pitch was a terrible pitch, but it still did well, all right? So this week, like I said, in the remaining 2 weeks of this challenge, you're going to be connecting, you're going to be networking, but I want you to try cold pitches that you send to people that you have had interactions with before that know you already. Maybe on LinkedIn, you guys have, had content. I mean, you have commented, they have commented. You guys know each other slightly already. That's warm pitching. When you are pitching to somebody you have had and established a form of relationship with already, that's warm pitching. All right. Let's say you are pitching somebody your network and all that. See, I'm going to give you 3 assignments. Network a lot this week. Connect with people a lot this week. That's your first assignment. Assignment number 2. When you are looking to get clients, some of you look away from your network and you go and look at outsiders. You are doing a lot on LinkedIn, whereas there are people in your network that need your service that I have not spoken to. I got my first client when I started my business in 2020 from my network. She was one of my colleagues during my master's program in Unilag. I was just looking at my network. I'm like, okay, so who can I pitch to? And this girl came to mind because we have exchanged numbers, we have connected. She's asked me questions about this research, that research once in a while. So I know her business. I see her business posting on WhatsApp. I know her business, and I know that, oh, I was doing business support service. That I was doing email marketing, social media advertising, and all of them together. So I knew that, oh, my services can benefit this person. So I reached out. I'm like, oh, I asked that questions. Oh, what do you do? Not what do you do? How much sales do you make? And what's your goal for your business this year? And blah blah blah. And I told her, oh, I feel like some of the skills I have can serve your business. Then she told me, send me a proposal. Oh man, I don't know that's my generator there. So, but we're ready. All right, so she said, send me a proposal. I prepared a proposal and I sent it to her. What I can do for her business, I can take your business from A to point B, and this is what I'm going to do. This is how much it's going to cost. And she was impressed. We signed a deal. Of course, Nigerian client, the first. That was why I moved away from Nigeria, started prospecting American client. But I got the first client. That was my first client, 200K. All right. So I'm simply saying, look into your network this week. Some of you need to look into your network. there are potential clients in your network, but you have been looking outward. Look into your network, draw a list of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 people in your network, whether it's in your church, whether it's in your school, whether it's in your WhatsApp contacts that you know probably they have a business that your service can serve. Pitch them this week. Those are warm pitches, warm pitching. All right. People like that already know you. I mean, this lady, for example, she didn't have some of my portfolio. She knew me in Unilag. We attend class together. She knows I'm a very serious student. As a matter of fact, I'm that kind of student. I'm not all that brilliant, though, but I'm that kind of student that after class and we have assignment, people will come and ask me, "Oh, how do we go about? How do we go about it?" Yeah, I'm that kind of student. So she has once, reached out to me for stuff like that. So she knew me. She knows that this guy is very serious. So when I presented that pitch to her, she did not need to ask for my track record. Have you done any? I was new in the game. I didn't even have any portfolio. So, but she didn't ask. Why? Because it's a warm pitch. We already have a relationship. So some of you have people in your family, friends, workplace, church, school, and all of the societies you belong to. They are your ideal target audience. There are some persons that are your ideal target. Pitch them this week. All right. Pitch them this week. Do a research about their business, learn and understand their business, and then make them a proposal. Make them a proposal. And when I say proposal, I don't say prepare a document. If it's somebody you can reach out on WhatsApp, send them a chat story about it. And I'm like, oh, your business, this and this and this. If you need to ask them question, ask them question. Tell them, oh, this is what I do now. And I see that you don't have a website. I can build a website for you. This is what a website can do for you, do for you, do for you. Or maybe they have a website already. Analyze their website, see what is missing there, and offer your service to them to help them improve. All right? That's one pitching. Cold pitching now. I just showed you on LinkedIn how to actually connect with your target audience. All right? I mean, how to search them out and connect with them. I'm going to send a link. Let me share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. This is not what I want to do. I want to share my screen and show you the template. And all you need to do is just edit the template. I adapted it to a few of the people that are here who already have that I know their industry. That I know their industry already. I'm going to put this in the comment section. But I'm wrapping up in 6 minutes now. All right. So I will send the link to that document to the group. And you can study it. See, where's the document? Okay, I'm just going to quickly go to my mail. Sorry for that. So study the document. If the pitch does not speak to you, I mean, I used a few industry, web designer. I used a few, all right. But every other person can really edit it. You can edit the document. Okay, I think it should be this one. You can edit the document and adapt it. Yeah, so see, this is the goal of code pitching is not to sell, but to get attention, all right? So don't go to a stranger's DM and just go and say, I'm a web designer, come and buy my web design. It's just going to sound very, very funny. So I put an example of a wrong approach. This person reached out to me and said, I've been admiring your work as a writer and was impressed by your expertise. Just wanted to, bobo me first and foremost. Okay, now that you boboed me, now say I need a job. In my head, I'm like, did I put a vacancy outside, or what do you mean you need a job? All right, you need a job. What does that mean? So I need a job, and I would love to work with you on research, writing, and editing. The first question is, do I even need a researcher? Do I need a writer? Do I need an editing? As a matter of fact, in my business, I don't use external writers. I only use writers that I train by myself. Of course, I learned that from bad experience. All right. So this person obviously did not do any research on me at all. They are just concerned about I. And if you look at the thing, you see that from the first paragraph, I, then another one, I am. Then you go to the second paragraph, it starts with I, and then I, and then I will, and then I. Everything in this speech is just about them. They didn't do any research on me. None of this speech is really focused on my needs as a business, as a brand. It's just about them. All right. They now say you can check out my creative work. I don't care. And all of that. So this is a bad pitch. A bad, very bad pitch. All right. So one of the things you must do is when you want to pitch a person, research them. All right. Ensure that and don't just send them a random something. Research them, look for something in their profile or their, their page that you can speak to that will show that truly, truly this person did their homework. So for example, let's say Jonathan, your leadership you have done the research on their profile, put their industry, see if they have a recent achievement, see what is happening in their company. If there's a new innovation, something they're just launching, put it in the pitch so that this person will know that, oh, this person is not just copying a template and just posting. This person really, really has checked my profile. So it's impressive. Yet, I notice your industry influence isn't fully reflected on LinkedIn. So this is for ghostwriting. So your leadership in this and this is impressive, but I noticed that your industry influence is not reflected on LinkedIn. Out of curiosity, I would like to know, this one, I'm not even pitching, I'm just saying, I'd like to know what you hope to achieve with your LinkedIn presence. I might have some tailored ideas to offer from my experience. This is just me trying to strike a conversation, all right? And this person, hopefully they are disposed to this kind of conversation. If this is something they have been thinking about, they are most likely going to tell me, oh, okay, yeah, so this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. Then I will not make them a pitch that, oh, I mean, I've worked with a few LinkedIn ghost C-suite executives. I can actually help you with this. All right, I'll make them a pitch. But I mean, this is just a pitch, a cold pitch that helps you to familiarize with them. Get to know what they are trying to do. Like I taught you when I was teaching you how to sell. I said ensure that you're asking more questions than talking. When you get on a sales call, don't throw your pitch on your potential clients. Ask them questions. Know their needs, their challenges. That will now help you to tailor your proposal in such a way that it will be irresistible. All right. So email marketer, for example, is an example. I noticed your program has been gaining traction. This person obviously too has done their research. I analyzed email campaigns from top, let's say their niche is personal development coaches, and found some surprising conversion patterns in their campaign. Seeing as you are scaling, would you be interested in me sending you? Would you be interested? I don't know if me sending you is a correct English, but let's just see. Would you be interested in me sending you a white sheet of what's working best in your space right now? So this person is not even pitching yet. They're just saying, oh, I have something valuable to give you. So everybody, this code pitching puts value first. This person, for example, I'm asking them, oh, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? All right, this one, for example, I'm sending them something valuable, a document that I've compiled, based on what is working in their industry. All right. I'm not just going and say, oh, I am an email writer and yada, yada, yada. See, let's say this person is a cyber security in cohort 1. I think he said he didn't join cohort 2 because he was in NYC camp. So I had him in mind when I was creating this one. I noticed your company is expanding into new markets. I haven't helped similar yada yada companies navigate compliance during growth. I spotted some quick wins that could save you from common security pitfalls. Will you be interested in a 5-minute overview of the top 3 risks I'm seeing in your industry and how you can fortify yourself against those? Again, this one is also pitching value. You're giving this person free value. You're not selling anything to them. So by the time they say, oh, okay, I'm interested, bring it on. And then you give them some 5 minutes valuable free something. This is like a lead magnet. They will respect you. They will like you. They will respect you all of a sudden. And who knows, that conversation can go further and convert into business. I think I have one example for web designer. I noticed yada yada website hasn't been optimized for mobile conversion. Do you want to see a 30-second preview of how your site could look on mobile? Yeah. But let's now say you don't even have a portfolio, all right? I know there are people here who may not have all the experience and portfolio to show. So let's use an example of a new web designer that does not have experience. So I say, I analyzed your company's website against the top 3 competitors and spotted some interesting opportunities for better conversion. Would you like to see a quick visual comparison highlighting these potential improvements? All right. So this actually this one now, you are not showing them your portfolio, right? Rather, you are focusing on the value that you can deliver for them immediately, all right? And in most cases, if you can make this a very valuable conversation, they will not ask for oh, how many websites have you designed before? They will really not ask because you have shown them. So let me give you an example. My first client on LinkedIn was in 2022. The company I wrote 2 articles for 850. How did that happen? Now, this is another outbound approach though. They posted their job vacancy. I applied for the job. the CEO reached out to me and told me the challenges they have been having with SEO and all that. You know what I did immediately? I didn't even tell him, oh, I am the best SEO writer in the world. I mean, I'm the ghost writer that you should have hired before. And the one I didn't tell them that. So I told him, give me a partial access to your website, the backend. I want to go through the Google Analytics, all right? And I'm going to check what you have been doing in the past years. I'm going to give you a detailed review of what is working on your website right now, what's not working, and what we can do to improve it. So they gave me a partial access to the website. I went to their Google Analytics. I compiled my report. It was like a 2 to 3 pages report, very detailed, all right? And I sent it to him. Guess who got the job? Me, all right? I got the job because, man, I did a very thorough review of their profile in such a way that there's no how you will read that document and you'll not be like, oh, this guy no work. They didn't ask me for my portfolio after then. That alone got me the client. My first article for them was $550. My second article, $300. All right. And I worked with them for like over a year before we finally disengaged. All right. That's putting value first when you're doing cold pitching or warm pitching. Why does this work? Research. You have researched enough to find a real gap or an opportunity that you want to explore. And you have also shown that you understand the person's specific situation. You're not just speaking, you're not just sending them a random pitch, all right? You have studied, you have done your research, and you're offering something concrete before, something free. Some of you may need to even offer your potential target audience that you work for them for 2 weeks, free, just to show them what you are capable of doing. If you're a copywriter, you can offer to write a copy for them, free. And when they see the copy you write for them and the conversion, they will now say, you wrote a free copy, it did so well. Let's work together. All right. Some of you may need to, if you're a VA, for example, you can say, oh, I'm going to work with you for 2 weeks or even for a month, free. Or you work for them at a reduced fee. Let's say your fee is 100,000. Oh, I'm going to work for you for 50K. All right. I'm going to work for you for 25K just to show them the value that you bring. And after that first month, you guys can now have a proper conversation around your full pay. Do you understand? You're offering something valuable ahead of time. And you're not too big to do free work. I mean, I've volunteered. Even after I was like 3 years as a writer and I've made several dollars, I still volunteered for a company. I worked for them for close to a year. I was just writing articles. Why? Because all of my articles before has been ghostwritten. My name, they don't carry my name. And I was looking to write articles that would carry my name. So I went to volunteer for a company and I wrote like 10 articles for them free that had my name, so that anytime people ask for my portfolio, I will have articles I can send. Because as a ghostwriter, we sign contracts. When you write a ghost, when you have written an article as a ghost, you can't use the article for anything. In most cases, your name will not even be there. So nobody will believe that it's your work. All right. So I have to go and volunteer free after 3 years. All right. So you make it easy for your prospect to also say yes. I'll send the link to this document to the group on WhatsApp, and then you can go check it and adapt it to your industry. All right. If you are still here, it's been a wonderful time with you. I hope you gained some value from this. If you have any question, you can put them in the comment of this video. When you watch this video later too, you can put a comment. I will answer them, or you can put your questions in the WhatsApp group. All right. I'm going to post the link to the document in the WhatsApp group. Go to it, adapt it to your industry. And this week, like I said, I'm giving you 3 assignments. Number one, what I say is number one, network, connect with people. Use your 100 connections to connect with people. That's number one. Number two, look at your network, your immediate network, your school, your church. Who are your potential target audience in that network? List 1 to 10 people this week. Pitch them. That's what we call warm pitching. And because of the relationship you have with them, because you have been around, they've seen you, they've seen your integrity, they will not ask you. It removes all the roadblock. They will not talk too much. They will not ask for your portfolio. You can land those ones easily. It's called warm pitching. Cold pitching also, use that this week. All right. Some of you, if you're on LinkedIn and you have never used your free premium, this is the week to go and do premium now. LinkedIn will give you 1 month free premium. All right. Free premium just to experience premium. All right. It's like when you go to, for the Nigerian audience, it's like when you go to the suya guy first cuts you a piece of meat. Just say, eat it, chop it, just to show you that taste this so that you can buy more. That you can now buy what you want to buy. So LinkedIn gives you 1 month free premium. All right. And after the 1 month free premium, if you don't want to subscribe, and this is not fraud, it's just a tester. Most businesses do, they say, oh, 7 days free trial, 14 days free trial. It's the same thing. So LinkedIn gives you 1 month free trial. And after the 1 month, if you say, oh, I don't have the money or I don't like it, you can walk away. So that in that 1 month, you're going to have access to all of LinkedIn premium features. You're going to have access to LinkedIn Learning, where you can take professional certification trainings or courses in your field, and you can get certifications you can put on your profile. And people on LinkedIn respect certifications from LinkedIn. All right, I've met clients who actually were impressed by all of the LinkedIn certificates that I have. All right, so you can access the LinkedIn Learning for 1 month free of charge. You can access Sales Navigator, where you can be able to do some in-depth research on your target audience and send endless personal invites. For example, now LinkedIn has restricted personal invites to 5 in a month, but with your free 1 month premium, you have unlimited personal invites. So you can use that for your cold pitching. If you have 5 invites for, I think it's a month or a week, it's a month. So it means if you want to send that cold pitching template to a stranger through personal invite, you can only send 5 in a month. All right. But if you're on your 1 month free premium, you can send 1,000 in a month. It's unlimited. And at the end of what I always do when I use the premium is put a card that you know that you don't always have money there. Because if you put a card where you always have money, you might have forgotten yourself. And once that 30 days or 31 days elapse, they will automatically deduct your premium fee from your account. It's about 40 or 50K. You're just like, ah. So I use a card that I know that money does not flow in and out of it, but it's still working. So I use that one to, sign up for the premium. And then after doing that too, two-factor two-factor authorization. The second thing I do is I go to my calendar, I go and set alarm or reminder to remind me to turn off or cancel my LinkedIn premium on day 28 or day 29. So that even if I have forgotten, as soon as my alarm reminds me or my calendar reminds me on day 29, I'll quickly go and opt out of their media so that they don't deduct my money. I'm just giving you OT. All right. So get on the premium. In the next 2 weeks, pitch away. You can decide to do like I did last year, April. And every day, just say, I'm going to send at least 3 pitches every day. At the end of 2 weeks, you'd have sent 42. Let's see what results you get. All right. That's outbound marketing. All right. And some of you, your industry has job postings on LinkedIn. This is the final thing I'm sharing. I'm sorry I'm taking like 15 minutes more than the 90 minutes I said I was going to take. But the teacher in me just wants you to get maximum value from this experience. All right. So let's go to LinkedIn. This is my home page. I'm a content writer, for example. I'm just going to type content. This can be your 4th assignment for the week. If you do it, like I said, the first gig I got on LinkedIn, it was because I applied for a job. All right. And that's outbound marketing too. So let's click on job. All right. Let's click on job. Can this thing be fast? Don't waste my time. Click on job. Date past 24 hours. The last week or last month I've applied for it already. You may not stand a chance anymore. So I'm just going to filter it to last 24 hours. Let me see. Is my screen showing full? Where is the screen? Let me maximize the screen. Okay, yeah. So let's go back. So I've typed content writer. I've used the filter to restrict it to job. Past 24 hours. Jobs posted in the past 24 hours. Then this one, I'm only available for remote work. Yeah, that's because I'm in Nigeria, so it's only remote work. I can experience level, any experience. But let's say you are new, you can choose internship, entry level. But me, 5 years experience is not beans. All right. So that's that. So this filter has shown me that currently there are how many jobs? 68 jobs posted in the past 24 hours that are content writing roles, and they are remote work. All right. So I can go through them and see which of them I'm suitable for, and then I will apply for them. So some of you, your industry also works like this. Some of you, your industry does not work like this. For example, the nutritionist people, I'm not sure this may work for you. I don't think so. Well, I'm not too sure, but there's no harm in trying. Let's search. So they are social media registered dietitian, okay. And there are even remote opportunities. But how many? There are just 6 results here. All right. So, but I mean, but this works for industries like web design, for example. Let's check web designer. This can be what, see, many of you that are just starting on LinkedIn, this is your season to hustle, all right? You will get to a level where you will now be getting a lot of referrals, a lot of inbound, but you are just at the start building your brand. It's time to hustle, all right? And one of the ways I hustle those early days is every day I'm sending at least 3 applications or 3 proposals. All right. That was how I got my first international clients in February 2021. That was how I got my breakthrough clients in May 2021. All right. It's just these days now, 2024, 2025, that I don't do this again. All right. Because I'm at that level where I make money every week. All right. I get jobs, I get opportunities, different opportunities every week, different opportunities. All right. So these are some of the things you can do. Web designer, remote work. You can apply for 1 to 3. Just set a target to apply for at least 1 to 3 every day. Do it for 2 weeks or do it for a month and see what results you get with it. If your portfolio is good, if your cover letter is good, you stand a chance to actually compete with every other person that is applying for the job. So I rest my case here. Thank you for staying through. We have used 1 hour 41 minutes. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Our final training session, we're looking at personal branding. I'm going to teach you a bit about personal branding, brand archetype, and all of those, not the external colors and all of that now. Well, I may touch a little bit of that, but the intrinsic part, the intangible part, the invisible part of branding is what I want to show you tomorrow. That's going to be like 1 hour. I promise to use like 1 hour, or maybe 1 hour, 15 minutes. It's also going to be 8 p.m. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. And then let's keep the energy. For those that have not been showing up, wake up. Ensure that you're following up on your accountability partner, all right, so that you can help each other to invest in your brand and show up for your brand. If you have not subscribed to this channel, do not leave tonight without subscribing to this channel, all right? I'm going to keep creating videos that will help you to build your brand on LinkedIn and several other platforms. I love you guys. I'm rooting for you. Can we have a very good night? See you in church tomorrow if you're a Christian. All right. Now I want to go and have dinner to 10. The nutritionist people, don't come for me. Don't come for me. I beg you. I know I should have had dinner earlier, but I came back from church very late. All right. So good night, people. Good night, people. I'll see you tomorrow.